I wanted to demonstrate a few new features that we're working on, which will be in an upcoming release of MiraCheck. One of them is linking, and let me demonstrate this. So you see I have a pre-flight only checklist and my main in-flight and post-flight checklist.
Checklist for Cessna 182P, November
So
6472 Golf. Pre-flight list.
you'll see that
Interior section.
there's this
Pre-flight
pre-flight
complete.
complete item that I have in my main checklist. Well, that's also linking to another completely external checklist. So when I click that link, it's going to jump me to a whole new checklist.
Checklist for Cessna 182P, November 6472 Golf. Pre-flight.
Which this is
Pre-flight
just
list.
my
I'm
pre-flight
safe section.
checklist.
Illness. Do I have an illness or any
And then
symptoms
it
of an illness?
puts a menu up here where I can either stay where I'm at, just dismiss it, or I can go back to where I came from. And say I even clicked a few
Medication.
items.
Stress. And alcohol. Have I been drinking with checklist for Cessna
And then
182P,
I go
November
back.
6472 Golf. Pre-flight list. Interior section. Pre-flight
So
complete.
if I click it again, it's going to take me back to that checklist, but also where it left off in that checklist.
Checklist for Cessna 182P, November 6472 Golf. Checklist for Cessna 182P, November
So that's one way
6472
of
Golf.
linking.
Pre-flight complete. Deep link.
So another way is that was linking to basically a checklist and wherever I left off in that checklist. The deep link gives you a specific place in that external checklist that you want to link to. So I have this set up to link me to the second section in that checklist. So when I click this,
Checklist for Cessna 182P, November 6472 Golf. Pre-flight.
you see that it went all the way to the second section because that's where I had that deep link, even though I haven't finished all that. But it just said I want to go to that exact spot in that checklist. So that's some external linking. Let me show some internal linking. Let's go back and we'll go to our
Checklist for
plane.
Cessna 182P, November 647, Hobbs and Tatch time. Note. Garmin D2 Bravo. Fly mode.
So when I'm doing my
In-flight list.
in-flight
Pre-takeoff section. Flat prop.
pre-takeoff,
Mixture. Carb heat. Pitted heat. Heading in. Doors. Windows. AC. Transpond. Landing. Strobe. Time. Brakes. Review speeds.
right before I'm going to take off, I want to review my speeds. And I do have a section down here, and I could go click that, find my speeds, come back here. This allows me to link exactly in those speeds that I want to show, and then provides me an easy way to get back to where I was at. So if I'm reviewing my speeds, I go right to my takeoff speeds, normal speeds, and then I can just click go back, and I'm right back at my review speeds.
Abort plan. Ready.
So you notice when I've been linking, there's always this menu that pops up that allows me to go back, but you also have the option. Sometimes you just want to jump over things and not even show that menu, and you have that option as well. So let me show that in my landing checklist.
Escape. Flap. Prop. Speed. Gumps. Check fuel valve. Mixture full. Prop set. Section landing is complete. Landing rollout. Jump to post flight. Jump to post flight and return.
So I come in for a landing, and there's an optional after this that I may have to do a go around, but many times, 99% of the time, I don't do a go around. This jump here, I'm giving two examples here. This isn't my exact one that I would use. I'm just showing how this feature works. So in my landing, I could then just jump right to my post-flight and anywhere in there if I wanted to. And jump is going to go there without giving me a way to return, and then jump with the return will give me that menu to return. So I'll do that one first. and I jumped to my after landing in my post flight and I go back. But this time I'm just going to jump and not return. So now I would just continue on and I don't even get that menu. So that's both external and internal linking. Let me show, I'm going to reset this checklist.
Are you sure you want to checklist for Cessna 182P? Pre-flight Hobbs and Tatch time. Note.
So another new feature, and this is experimental, is when you have comments, you can also say to inline those comments right in the checklist item. So if I hold this and bring up my comments, this is the comments I added, and you'll see the same comments are there. A better example is this safety
Garmin
checklist.
D2 brought passengers. Brief.
So you're seeing the safety briefing right there inlined, and there's the full web page of the safety briefing. And even another feature is you can now speak the comments, any comments that you have.
Safety, seats, seat belts and smoking, air vents, fire
And if you just press it again, it stops her from speaking it. So those are some inline comments, and you can even have little thumbnails of things. So if I go to my
reference list, JPI section, power, mixture and temperature relationship.
you'll see I'm inlining the comments here, and I really have a very detailed power mixture temperature from the JPI manual, and this is showing a thumbnail of it, but if I press and hold, now I get the full detail that I can look at for that image there. And one last feature going back.
Pre-flight list, interior section, passengers. Escape. Hobbs and Tatch time. Note.
So you'll see this MiraCheck guide. This is even showing linking out to a specific section within a PDF document. So sometimes you have content in PDFs, and the MiraCheck user guide is a PDF, and this is just showing jumping to page 4. So we jumped right to the voice commands section of page 4 from there, and then it gives you a nice little return to MiraCheck right from there. So you went to your PDF, you saw some content, went right back to where you left off. So those are some new linking features of MiraCheck that will be in an upcoming release.